A new report just leaked saying officials from Sudan just completed a covert visit to Israel in which they are discussing joining the Abraham Accords. And this has ramifications for a lot more than you might think. This comes as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu completes an interesting last-minute visit with President Trump in the White House, and Israel is ranked one of the happiest countries in the world. I'm Ben Hilton, and this is the Israel Guys. Just recently, the World Happiness Report did their 2025 study across countries worldwide and ranked every country in order of their overall happiness. Despite the war, despite the hostages, despite the financial instability, out of 147 countries surveyed, Israel ranked number 8 on the list. And that is staggering. In case you're wondering how Israel's enemies are faring on the happiness meter right now, according to that same report, Iran is number 99 on the list. Palestinians are ranked at 108 on the list. And Lebanon is ranked at 145. So just 2 from the bottom. Which reminds me personally of Proverbs 10:28, the prospect of the righteous is joy, but the hopes of the wicked come to nothing. Before I go into the crazy developments between Israel and Sudan right now, I want to first break down Trump and Netanyahu's meeting in the White House yesterday. Trump invited Bibi to stop in at the White House for a last-minute visit to talk through the general state of things across the Middle East and also the current state of U.S. tariffs on Israel. After their talks, they held a press conference. Bibi began his remarks with his response to the U.S. tariffs and also briefly mentioned Iran as well.
I can tell you that I said to the president very simply, we will eliminate the trade deficit with the United States. We intend to do it very quickly. We think it's the right thing to do. And we're going to also eliminate trade barriers, a variety of trade barriers that have been put up unnecessarily. And I think Israel can serve as a model for many countries who ought to do the same. And of course, we also discussed Iran. Look, we're both united in the goal that Iran does not ever get nuclear weapons. If it could be done diplomatically in a full way, the way it was done in Libya, I think that would be a good thing. But whatever happens, we have to make sure that Iran does not have nuclear weapons.
Trump, for his part, emphasized that he really wants to make a diplomatic deal with Iran to ensure that they are giving up their capability to develop nuclear weapons. And to a certain extent, this morning, it looks like Iran may be willing to begin talks on the matter, although it appears as if they are holding a hard line and saying that they will not give up their ability to create nuclear weapons, but it appears as if they are willing to begin the conversation, which may be something. As a side note, the difference between Trump's negotiating with Iran versus what Obama did years ago is Trump is negotiating from a position of strength, seeking actual assurances from Iran that they will remain free from nuclear weapons. Over the last few weeks, Trump has been bombing the hell out of the Houthis, putting economic pressure on Iran, also moving enormous military assets into the region for a possible strike on Iran. And he has been very clear, if Iran doesn't comply, they will be bombed. Obama, on the other hand, negotiated from what appeared to be a position of weakness. He was willing to give Iran billions of dollars in untraceable cash, and he did, in exchange for basically a handshake agreement that they would halt nuclear production, which proved to be utterly false. All in all, it's possible we may see some actual good come out of these talks between Iran and the United States, but no one really knows for sure. It is possible it all might fall through, and Trump may end up destroying the Iranian facilities from the air with a massive airstrike, or just equip Israel with the munitions that they would need to do it themselves. Back to the tariffs, though. When asked about the lifting of the 17% tariffs on Israel that Trump just imposed the other day, Trump was a little bit more non-committal, but overall he did emphasize his support for Israel.
Well, we're talking about a whole new trade. Maybe not. Don't forget, we help Israel a lot. You know, we give Israel $4 billion a year. That's a lot. Congratulations, by the way. That's pretty good. But we give Israel billions of dollars a year. Billions. It's one of the highest of, and we give a lot of countries money. But no, we take good care of our friends, and we don't take care of our enemies. We're not taking care of our enemies anymore, but we do take care of our friends.
We'll get into the covert talks happening between Israel and Sudan and their ramifications for the Middle East at large in just a minute. But first, upgrade your kitchen this Passover season with the finest olive oil, spices, honey, and more from Israel. You can also enjoy a delicious snack of locusts, once a plague in Egypt, and now a tasty protein-packed treat. Also, get on top of your Passover cleaning with wonderful natural soaps. Find all of these products and more at blessedbyisrael.com. On top of the wonderful products, your purchases from Blessed by Israel go towards strengthening the families and small businesses of Israel's heartland. Now more than ever, as Israel goes through difficult times, your support makes a big difference. So head over to blessedbyisrael.com to enjoy the best of Israel, olive oil, tea, coffee, tahini, ceramics, and much more. Use the code Passover and save 10% for the next 2 weeks only on your next order at blessedbyisrael.com. And I want to emphasize that the guys at Blessed by Israel, the Werps, are some of my best friends. We've worked together forever. They source products from a lot of the guys we work with in Judea and Samaria, Israel's heartland, bringing it to the States. It's a very expensive venture to ship it over to the States. So that's why the prices are a little bit higher than when you would expect to pay here in the States, but it's worth it. If you can afford it, guys, go over there for this Passover especially. Grab some stuff to brighten up your home. It's a big support of the heartland of Israel, and use that discount code Passover for 10% off your order. There's a new report out saying that the envoy for Sudan's military ruler al-Burhan just made what they're calling a secret visit to Tel Aviv. I'm not sure how this is secret if everyone is reporting on it, but that's what the media is calling it. Apparently, the purpose of the visit was to discuss normalization efforts between Sudan and Israel, according to the Jerusalem Post. The visit aimed to coordinate with Israeli officials on how to present al-Burhan in a positive light to the new U.S. administration and to address growing tension with the United Arab Emirates over al-Burhan and the Sudanese army in general. According to the report, the envoy told Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that al-Burhan wants to finalize the normalization process between the two countries and arrange Sudan's inclusion in the Abraham Accords in return for Israeli support for Sudan. Apparently, al-Burhan promised to meet any condition Israel might have so that they could reach an agreement quickly. All of this appears to be a bit of a desperate move by Burhan, as he is facing growing pressure to maintain power in Sudan. There's a civil war that has been going on since April 2023, and Burhan is in urgent need of military equipment. Apparently, he had turned to Iran last year in hopes of getting that equipment. With the balance of power shifting in the Middle East because of the Iran-Israel war, they are now turning to Israel. And whether Israel complies and chooses to support Burhan in return for normalization or not, I think this is a very good sign for the region. Back in Trump's first term, Israel was negotiating the Abraham Accords as a bulwark of defense against Iranian aggression towards other Arab countries. Israel was actually very close to cutting a joint defense deal with the Saudis in this regard as well, which was one of the motivating factors for why Iran chose to attack Israel through Hamas and Hezbollah on October 7th as quickly as they did. Iran has thrown everything they have at Israel time and time again, from the hundreds of drones and ballistic missiles from their own soil to Israel, to thousands of rockets and missiles from Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis, to the taking of hostages and direct assault on Israeli territory. And in all of it, Israel has come out on top. Iran and all of its proxies are wounded, crippled, and demoralized, while Israel, on the other hand, is meeting with Trump in the White House, taking huge swaths of Gaza, hopefully working towards annexing Judea and Samaria, taking over huge swaths of Syria as buffer zones. And oh yeah, they're the 8th happiest country in the world. No wonder Arab countries are starting to turn to Israel again for support. I'll leave you with one more verse today, one from Zechariah 8, verse 13. Just as you, Judah and Israel, have been a curse among the nations, so I will save you, and you will be a blessing. Do not be afraid, but let your hands be strong. Guys, don't forget to visit our friends at Blessed by Israel to bring authentic Israeli products into your home for Passover. And if you do, use the code Passover for 10% off your order just for the next 2 weeks. Subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Share this video with a friend if you found it helpful. Get the conversation going down in the comments below. If you'd like to support our work here at The Israel Guys, head over to theisraelguys.com/donate. As always, stop listening to the lies and propaganda and connect with the truth of what is happening in Israel. We'll be back here soon, here at the Israel Guys.